Welcome to this intro into TouchDesigner, where we will go over tops and chops, and we will make a very small network to have some output. So basically, on TouchDesigner, you have like the main network editor, which you can switch to here if you have something else open. Then you have the palette, you have some options here, and you have a parameter list here. So in general, everything in TouchDesigner is about data that you can convert to like another node. So here we go from chop to a top, and then we can use that again to have something move. So let's start over. We do that by doing Control A, and then we select everything, and then we can delete it. So then we can start adding nodes with the tab key. So if you press tab, it opens up an OP create dialog, and we can search in the tops for the circle. So top is a transform operator, and that means that it's mostly like 2D things, and like I always imagine it as being video. So we have a circle, and then we can add to that circle by right clicking on the output. Then we select a transform. So here we have a transform. We can shrink the scale. We can shrink it by pressing and holding down the left mouse button. So in X or Y direction, or if you want to have them both at the same time, you can scale it down here. You can play around with like other options. So now we have 0.5, and you see that it's on the edge of the screen. That's because it's a fraction. And then if you see, okay, we can aspect, pixels, or fraction. I'll just reset it so it's in the middle of the screen. And then we will add a null to it, and this is a very important thing in TouchDesigner, that at the end of like a chain of nodes you put a null. So if you want to insert something, you don't need to reroute everything, so we can just start from here. So now we have our little circle here, and we want to make it move. So therefore we're gonna search for LFO. So here LFO, or low frequency oscillator, and that is, we just put it somewhere in our viewport, and then we can activate it and draw it on the translate option. And then we see that our circle is moving way too fast, so we can lower the frequency a bit, and we can also lower the amplitude a bit. Let's say we want to have another option here, and so maybe we want to have it a little bit delayed. You see that we now have a problem, because actually it's connected to this one and not connected to the end of the line. So that's why we place a null at each end of a couple of nodes that do something together. So we activate this null, and we export it to the translate. Okay, pretty good. So right now we have a circle, but let's see if we can make other things move. So let's see if I can get an image. And for that we have a node that's called movie file in. And we see we have the banana. If we want to connect it to the circle and let the banana move, we can just drag and drop it onto this now yellow line, and then it will be banana. But I think it would be better if we put in a switch like this, and if we connect that switch to the transform, and then we can select this one and select the movie file in with shift and left mouse button and connect them both to the switch, and now we can go from one to the other. You see right now what's happening is that this resolution is different than this one, so we can select them both, go to common, instead of use input we can say okay, we want the custom resolution, or we want the parent panel size, and then you see they have exactly the same resolution. You can always press right click on one of the nodes and get info, and there you can also see the size right now is 1280 by 720. I think this circle is a little bit too much or too big for this screen, so we can make it a little bit smaller by adjusting the radius. Good. We want to keep things tidy, so we will just move it around so it just looks a little bit nicer. There you go. And then what we can also do right now is we can go back and see our project in itself. So if we scroll out, you can enter another space. So here there is our project and our perform window. I will double click or scroll in, and then we go in our project again. What we want to do is actually we want to collapse this and put everything into a base so it's separate from the other networks we will make, and therefore we go to comp or components and we select the base component here, and then we can select everything and copy and paste it into our base. Good. Let's say we want to have something here like our webcam that goes into multiple different bases that we will also rename to a proper name, so basic intro, and then I can go to here, so we have the circle, the movie file in, but there's also just an in top, sorry, and there we can get that to our switch, so connect that. And then if we scroll out or we go back one place by clicking on the project, we see that we have an input here. So I will get my movie video device in. I think that will be my webcam normally, which is being used by I think OBS, but for now I will just use my virtual camera. Okay, and we go in and then we see that this is connected, so we can switch between the banana the circle and our image. Then another thing that you will use a lot in TouchDesigner is the feedback loop. I think it's super versatile and nice. For that we need a couple components. So first we need a feedback that's connected to the null, and then we need a composite where we will add our, instead of multiply, we will select add, and then you see that they are added together. At this moment it doesn't do anything yet because this is a still image that just uses the resolution from this null. But if we click and drag our comp on top of the feedback, you can see that something is happening. What is happening right now is that this image is based on the on this composite top, and then you see that it gets stacked on top of each other, so everything in that place gets blank or gets white. But we want to have it more opaque, and so we introduce a level. And then if we adjust that level to be a little bit less than 1, so you go to the post, then we can see that we have this trailing effect. And if you really want, you can also have a transform in there, put the scale up a little bit, and then you see that you get this already cool looking animation, which is still kind of basic. And I will switch back to the banana or circle. So now you see that you have this trail that zooms in, so that's the scale, and moves around. Let's say we want to have this to display in our base component, then we can add an out. And if we zoom out into our main project, then we see that this has gotten the image of that out top. We can also display it in the background. It's easy for if you want to see some things bigger. Or you can select everything and turn the viewer off. That's easy to spare some computing power. So now we have done this. We can open it up again, and I will just insert another transform. To have it comp over background, you can turn that on, and we can turn the background color RGB and A to 1. So now it's a circle over a black background. Then come back to the transform, and we see right here that we have our translate is based on the null to channel 1, which is actually what we see here. But if we activate it, and we can drag and drop that on some other part, we can see that we have export chop or chop reference. Most of the time I use chop reference instead of this export chop. This is a little bit more, well, it's easier if you want to change channels. So if I change this to 0, you see that this has changed as well. but the expression did not, so we have to do that manually. But one of the nicer things of the expression is that you can just multiply it by some amount. You can do all kind of all kind of things with it, and you can add other things to it, and that's not possible with the export. So now you see that this is kind of what's happening. And if you want to have this displayed on like a full screen, you go out to this perform and project window, and on perform we say, okay, we want to specify a display. I'm on this second display. I want to justify, okay. I want to fill it. I want no borders. I want when moving can be the cursor can be on. I don't want cursor constraint, and I want it to be always on top. And then I can push F1, which would actually open up my project 1, but I need to add like another out here as well. So it knows that I want to show that. And so now we have our first visual. This is like a super basic introduction, but I think like we can